themselves against COVID than older people, less likely to mask, less likely to take other mitigation measures. And they were also farther back in line to get vaccinated. So they were not protected with vaccination until later in the pandemic. Those might have been a factor here.
So basically, I mean, you could have had perhaps a mild infection, and of course, this is all hypothetical, but then there might have been a lingering heart situation, heart disease.
Right. So COVID causes inflammation of the blood vessels as well as other parts of the body, and also blood clots. And what we think is that a COVID infection may have actually accelerated the process of developing heart disease, what we call coronary artery disease, and so therefore accelerated when somebody might have had a heart attack and died from a heart attack.
You know, but COVID also changes how much you can get out to an exercise class, how often you see friends, maybe your level of activity overall, your stress, whether you see your doctor. I mean, how are they ruling out or accounting for these other lifestyle changes?
We don't know. So you can't really assess that just from looking at death certificates. Again, all we can say is how old were they? Did they die from a heart attack? But, you know, some of the factors you're mentioning could certainly have played a role. We also know healthcare facilities were really overwhelmed during the pandemic. So was it that somebody had a heart attack and then was less likely to survive because the healthcare facility was overwhelmed?
Couldn't get there on time. Well, thank you so much. Something new to go and see your doctor and check yourself about. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Ministry of Truth. How the BBC-led trusted news initiative caused 2 million excess deaths across the Five Eyes and Europe due to extreme censorship of the dangers of bullshit poisons. Okay, so everyone at home laughed at me, painting rocks to look like strawberries, but I found out that if you put them around your berry plants and bushes before the fruit appears, the birds will peck the red rocks. They hate pecking super hard things, so they will leave the fruit when it appears. We have about 8 crows day after day out by my raspberry bushes, and after the rocks were placed around, no crows. Reports all over the world that Bank of America customers are missing money from their accounts. Pull your money out of banks ASAP. They are all going to go under. Big bank runs coming. I've been saying that for a long time, so if you've got money in the bank, get it out while you can. And don't forget, when the system does crash and you can't get any of your money, you're not going to be able to pay for anything with your card. Get cash. Someone from Goldman Sachs just sent me this message. The entire institutional sales floor was laid off yesterday. The music is about to stop. Be ready. I work in institutional sales at GS. Entire floor laid off today. Partner held a meeting saying that the music was about to stop. Please keep anonymous. So spread it far and wide. The year is 2042. My electric car won't start because I used the wrong pronoun yesterday. No air conditioning in my 50 square foot apartment because I reached my monthly allotment of farts. But I think they are adding grub worms to my cricket paste. Alcohol. Alcohol is said to have come from the Arabic term alcohol and algol, which means body-eating spirit. Perhaps this is why alcoholic drinks are called spirits and booze. Drinking alcohol is one of the fastest things you can do to lower your vibration, as it's been used as a tool to keep human consciousness at a lower state for thousands of years.
Now, the final thing I have to share about this, and then we're going to be closing for the break, is the meaning of this. And this is a very mysterious symbol, which, you've heard all sorts of explanations for it, but I'm going to give you the Masonic Illuminati inner meaning of what this means tonight. And it's going to probably gross you out and astonish you, and I apologize in advance for that. But this is what it means. Crowley reveals the secret behind the all-seeing eye symbol in one of his books, the Book of Thoth, which is a very advanced manual on tarot card readings. And this is the eye of Lucifer. But believe it or not, it corresponds to to a human organ that, for lack of a more delicate term, we'll call the rectum. Which is kind of ironic when you think about it, this represents Lucifer. And what this refers to is that the occult archaeometric doctrine of Masonry is that by accessing alternate universes through sodomy, especially of young boys, you can access alternate dimensions of reality through what are called the tunnels of Typhon. There is a belief that through this sexual perversion, they can access these tunnels into alternate universes, alternate realities. And the goal of this kind of magic is to find your own universe and become the god over that universe. This buys into the modern day physics theory that there's many, many dimensions of reality. Maybe you've read about that. Alternate